Hi viewers of AutoCAD, so from today's lecture, we will start to learn some basic commands. And in beginning, we will first learn the line command. But before using the line command, we first open a new file for ourselves. You will click New File on the File menu. As soon as we press the New button, it will open some templates for us. Remember that in the previous class, I told you that if this dialog box comes in front of you, then how does it come in front of you? To activate this, in the command line, you have to write the startup. A startup is a command that will help you to view a startup dialog box. Type and enter, and then you will enter inside it. Type 1 and then press enter. Then after that, whenever you open a new file again, a startup dialog box will appear in front of you. This is basically a wizard that guides you on how you will set up your file for its basic settings, for this wizard helps you in that. So as soon as you click on your file, this interface will appear in front of you. After that, you will select Quick Setup, then press the OK button. After pressing the OK button, this interface will appear in front of you. In this interface, you select the radio button for architecture and press the next button. After pressing the next button, it will ask for the area. We will enter 500 by 500 feet in both boxes, in which you will specify your area. After entering the lengths, then we'll try to finish. After presenting the finished tax, this is in front of you. The name of the file we have opened will appear here, and the below black area is called a working area. If we remove the grid line, then how will we remove the grid line? Well, remember students, whenever you have to open a new file, you have to do these steps and then you have to hide these grid lines. Another very important option that I have just done in the last class. You have to check out all the snap settings, whether the snap settings have been done or not. So here you will click all the check boxes. And after clicking on that you will check. If all your checkboxes are checked or not, press the button OK. Then after that, we have scrolled out with the help of a mouse scroll. To zoom in and out of the screen, we will use mouse scroll for that. As the UCS icon creates some disturbance when working, to avoid this we have to lock UCS icon. Now to do this we are going to type a command in the command line, UCS icon. Enter. In this, you will be asked to select any option form the sub-commands of UCS icon command. So to make our UCS icon fixed, click on the option called No Origin. Next step is to change the unit setting for that. Type UN command in command line and press enter. You have to check and change the precision to 1/4. Check your changes and press the button OK. Now we will start our work in AutoCAD 2017. So the first command is the line command. Type L in the command line and then press enter. Now in the command line AutoCAD will ask you to draw the line.
When you start drawing the line, AutoCAD will help out regarding its line length and its other features. So AutoCAD is helping us out, helping us how long this line of yours is. And what are its degrees and angle. So if I type here for example 10 feet. So look at my line here, it has been drawn 10 feet, now I will draw the line again here. So with the line command, we can draw the line. Press the escape button and type L again, we can draw the lines again and again. Whenever you want to exit from the command you must press the escape button. So whenever you want to apply a new command always press escape before typing a new command.
If you have to use the lastmost command again, you just have to press the space bar or enter again. Another important advantage is this. When I type L and enter, before entering this, you can see that a list has been opened in front of me because it is giving me the option of which command you want to use. Here, if I want to create a simple line, then I will type L in the command line. Then after that you click here and you can make the line like this. Another thing is that if you want to draw a line with its accurate length, then you just have to type L, click on the screen, then move your mouse pointer in the required direction, then type its length. For example, 20 feet. So far we have drawn the line for 20 feet. But we have a problem. If we want to draw a straight line accurately in 0, 90, 180, 360 or in 270 degrees, and you want your line to remain straight, then for that there is a command called ortho that has a shortcut key of F8 key. Press that key from the keyboard. You can turn off and on the ortho mode with this button below in the drafting tabs buttons. With this button below in the drafting tabs buttons, you can turn on and turn off this mode. If you press it, whenever you drop the line, the straight drive will be drawn. Your line will be drawn straight in any direction you move your mouse pointer. So you cannot draw lines in angle. What I want to say is that if you want to draw straight lines, then you need ortho mode on, and if you want lines to be drawn at an angle, then you will need to disable the ortho mode. You can turn on and off the ortho mode by clicking here. So far what we have learned in the line command, we can now draw randomly, by specifying its length. Also we learned how to draw a straight line. Now about the next option, line command. Now we will learn about how to draw a line with an angle, like for example in 15 or in 45 degrees. So to do that, type L, enter from the keyboard, and click on one place. As in the command line it is telling me specific first point. Here I click on any point. Now when I click on this point, you see that ortho mode is on, and I will turn it off. Now I can draw the line at any angle, but actually, I want to draw the line at an angle with some specific length, so what will I do now? I will type the shift at, then type 30 feet after that. We will type less than sign again. Less than sign tells us how many angles you want to give, and then you can also type to specify some angle. I'll enter, then click on the screen, then type shift at, then type length, after that type comma, then type less than sign and enter the angle value. Let's repeat the whole process again. Look at the steps. Now you can see we have drawn a line in 45 degrees. So we use the line command, and we can use the line command to draw a simple line and specify the length. We can draw the line and the straight line, and we can draw the angular line. Another important thing that I told you in the beginning is that you have to check the snap settings in your file. Here, click on the drop-down and go to the object snap. Make sure you have checked all the checkboxes. If all the checkboxes of your snap settings are checked, then you will have no problem to draft. So we can say it will be easy for you to draw and handle the lines and objects in AutoCAD during drafting after enabling the snap settings and checking all the checkboxes. Whenever we move pointer to any object, if I want to draw a line on these objects, or want to draw a line at one point, now when I bring my mouse pointer closer to it, see if it is helping me out. This symbol is showing that you are very close to this line. As soon as I go to the endpoint of this line, see that it is snapping. It's like a jump. Jump towards them. You will feel it too. You'll bring your mouse pointer here. If you see this is moving, then this snapshot is helping you to draw an object or client at a point accurately. So here I can draw it to this point with the help of this snap setting, as I will click here, then see at exactly this point. Here I move my mouse pointer. You can see clearly that it is helping me to create a line in the middle of the other line, and the middle is represented by a triangle symbol. The snap setting is guiding me to that. The center point that is showing me on the triangle. But here you see the triangle. Wherever you will see the triangle, it means that the midpoint of the subject will be seen in the same way. Anywhere you will see boxes like this, above any object or above the line, then it means that these endpoints are also one in this way. These symbols will show you the point inside the drawing that is written in front of it. This is the toolbar that we have already told you about, which is called the Quick Access Toolbar. Why is it called the Quick Access Toolbar? Because inside it is the common command that we want to use most of the time. If you want to enable menus of the older version in this version, what you have to do is enable the settings that will show you the menus according to the older AutoCAD version. If you see some quick access commands that are checked at once, what you see at once, if you do not see what is there, then you will see an option at the end. As soon as I check it in the show, the same old AutoCAD view is in front of you. The menus of AutoCAD will be seen in front of you. There will be a file menu in it, like we had file menus in earlier versions. As I click, there's the same file menu, dimension, draw tool, format, insert, the same format, or menu you will see here too as it was in the older versions of AutoCAD. And if you want to turn it off, you want to use this toolbar, what is it called? If you just want to use this ribbon toolbar, do not want to use the old menu format, you click here and click on this height menu, then this menu bar will be your height. You will see all the commands on the base of the command line that I am getting you to command, so that I am performing here in the steps or the command that I am writing here, the same command is given to you here. There is another important thing in this ribbon toolbar. Maybe you will see this toolbar on my screen, but maybe when you run it on your screen of AutoCAD, you will see these toolbars a little more open or wide. That's because AutoCAD's ribbon toolbar has this capability, that it automatically does and enlarges itself according to the screen resolution and size. One is small and one is big. Automatically, whenever your screen's resolution is low, its important toolbars become smaller. Look inside this group. Look here, we go inside these properties. Here we are all getting inside this drop-down. But when our screen is a little wide, big, then maybe there are as many commands inside this toolbar, some tools. Whatever the button is or some command, it will remove it from it and put it on top. And then those who do not come to this area will keep it in this drop-down. Similarly, if we right-click on this, then here you see an option. Show tab. Because you can turn on the tabs that you see here by clicking on the Show tab from here. You can turn it off and on, so whatever button you see here, they are called tabs, the options that you see within a good type. Look here, I have clicked on this type. What is written here is the draw and it is separating it. Similarly, there is a line drop here. It is separating this. Pay line drop here is separating this. So these different commands are seen in your group. What are they called? They are called panels. So every type has its own panels that have its own panels. Draw modified annotated layer blocks. If you do not see some panels inside the tab, then you can enable the panels for yourself from here. As you see here, I use the 3D panel tool. Click here to see the 3D toolbar in your interface. So how will you enable this tool? You can right-click here to appear in the Show Times on this corner, and this checkbox will be unchecked. As I checked here, it went unchecked, and the tool or the type that is there has become hidden. Similarly, right-click again. I clicked the Show tab of 3D visualization. It came back in front of you. Similarly, if I right-click on it again, which type we have selected currently, these tools, now the panels we will see here inside the 3 tools, they will see all these panels. You may not see some panels inside your tab in your panel. How do you bring these two back? Here you have to right-click. While staying inside these 3 types, you have to come towards the Show panels and you have to check both these checkboxes. So far we looked at the line command, about some basic interfaces, we saw the big old menu, how we can use the old interface, which is from the old user to AutoCAD and want to merge ourselves in this 2017. Want to use yourself with this interface or even this interface. If you want to learn AutoCAD from the toolbars and form ribbon tools, you can do that. If you are not comfortable, learn AutoCAD from the command line.